Alright, so I actually didn't really plan to make a second video for today because Harsetti's skills weren't actually officially released by Smilegate, but people were messaging me about this so-called leak on the China server for Harsetti, which is the new ML 5-star, that is the last boss of episode 5, coming out to Epic 7 on global server on the 26th of September. So it's going to be on global, Asia, and Europe, just basically everywhere but China. We don't know the China release date. But basically there is this leak, and this is not like the regular leaks where it's like data mined or anything. This is just from a screenshot. Now, of course, I can't read Chinese. I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably can't read it either. But there is a translation from the OP or the original poster that actually posted it. And basically, this person is saying that this is a leak from the CN server, so everything is tentative until final official confirmation. So basically, we're not actually sure if this is real. And, that's obvious because it's a leak, right? And it's not data mined. Data mining is almost always right because you're just, getting the, I don't want to say mining the data, but that's pretty much what it is, right? You actually have numbers to go with it. But basically, you're going to see that her skills look extremely broken. So I didn't actually make this video, even though this came out like 3 hours ago, as I was recording my last one about the new units that are coming out, because this doesn't really look too real for me. And if it is real, I would be very surprised because you're gonna see that every skill just looks incredibly broken. So first we have our S1. It's a 2 target attack, so basically you choose a target and it'll randomly select another one. Pushes back CR by 10%, so very similar to Arby's S1. Heals for damage dealt and then scales with her own HP. So it's pretty much like Arby's S1, except she gets built-in healing and it will scale with her health. So nothing too crazy yet. I mean, it's still pretty dang strong, don't get me wrong, for an S1, but nothing like game-breakingly broken. Next we have our S2, Perfect Composure. This looks really powerful. So basically for every 1 soul your opponent has, Harsetti's allies' attack and defense increases by 5% to a max of 100%. So if the enemy has 10 souls, you're getting 50% attack and defense. That is pretty much a vigor buff. And you have to keep in mind that the lowest soul burn you can have on your team is 10 souls. So this vigor buff, you won't get the full value most of the time because people will probably be instantly soul burning, but you'll be getting a decent amount of attack and defense. And if you're against a team that doesn't have a 10 soul burn cost, you'll get up to 100%, which is insane. Now you're not going to get this full value obviously because people will be soul burning over and over, but you're also going to see, if that's what you think, that there's a secondary effect. When anyone soul burns, this includes your own team or the enemy, you'll strip 2 buffs from all enemies and then use Psych Domination. It's a 1 turn cooldown, I believe. It says cooldown of 2 turns, Mola-able for -1. So if we look here, I can't really see too clearly, but let's just say it's like a 2 or 1 turn cooldown. I think it's gonna be 1 turn from what this is saying here. But basically, all enemies are blocked and attacked down for 1 turn. Now, block is insane because, if you guys don't actually know what block does, it is one of the best debuffs in the game. However, people are saying that it's not actually block, it's actually restrict. I don't know where someone said this. Maybe he or the OP might be a female. This person, oh yeah, it's saying it is actually, if we load this up here, I actually didn't previously load it up, it's actually restrict. Could be block. So it says block in this infographic. It could be restrict. So yeah, basically we have no idea, but either or, if it's block, it's gonna be super broken because if you guys didn't actually know what block did, here it is on your screen. You're unaffected by buffs, beneficial effects, and dispel debuff effects, so you can't get dispelled. And yeah, just it's one of the most annoying debuffs in the game. We don't have any unit that does it AoE because it's so powerful, right? The only one that does it is Bergeda on single target. But that would be super annoying because yeah, it just pretty much stops you from being dispelled or cleansed, which is the biggest thing. Next we have our S3. It's going to clear herself of all injury. That is already broken because injury is so powerful, and she's a health scaler, keep in mind, so she can just clear her injuries, so she doesn't really have that many counters just from that. And then use Primordial Force to reave all enemies. It's an AoE attack, ignores damage, transfer, and mitigation, and scales with her own HP, and will increase damage dealt. So this looks pretty insane. She has There's a ton of damage, it looks like. She has healing. She's immune to basically injury. She has this huge debuff with attack down, which is very annoying. She blocks enemies, which will counter like Janua, and just like pretty much a ton of units. You can't even cleanse it off. And then this perfect composure thing looks super powerful, right? So stripping 2 buffs from all enemies if they soul burn any single time is just really ridiculous. Because this doesn't have a cooldown apparently. When anyone soul burns, strip 2 buffs from all enemies, right? It's only the psych domination, and then you have this like vigor buff that can be a little bit worse or even like a little bit better, which is insane. So I don't really think it'll be released how it is. If it is, it's crazy. And this OP said if it's actually AoE block, we are all dead. It's actually true, because then you actually cannot spell it. You can literally build this unit on full effectiveness then and just, just destroy people. And now this OP said, at PS, I don't actually think this leak is real. Each part of the kit just reads too broken to be real. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Surely Smilegate pulls up with the real drop, which the OP thinks that it'll be just a completely different skill kit. But I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if it's released like this. Like, if we just look at like the past few ML 5 stars that came out, they were all super broken, like just game breakingly broken, like meta changing, right? ML Ilyanov is one of them, right? ML Luna is another one, ML Senya is another one, ML Politis is another one. Like, I could keep going on and on. ML Shirun was probably not the most broken at the time, but now she's super good. ML Ludwig is like pretty much essential for Cleave nowadays. ML Euphine, Abyssal Euphine was like one of the best. Urban Shadow Shu was also one of the best, right? Even Navy Captain Landy, of course, was like one of the best, if not the best, damage dealers for the longest time. So you can see, if they release this unit like this, I would not be surprised. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I am kind of doubtful about this, because I just cannot believe it'd be AoE block. Maybe it's like restrict. But let me know in the comments down below if you think this type of unit will get released. This would be a completely insane PvP unit. People are all saying, this unit is never showing up in RTA. This unit will break the meta. Come on, guys, that's pretty much every single ML 5 star, so yeah, we shouldn't be surprised if this releases, but obviously we don't want this to release, because then it's a must pull for everyone again, and I think must pull units are just pretty unhealthy for the game. But yeah, just wanted to release this video to let you guys know. I am not too sure about this, but I'm curious to see what you guys think about it, so let me know in the comments down below.